Hey everyone, John here. In this video I'm going to show you how to play an E minor chord on the guitar. E minor is the easiest chord to play, I think, or one of the easiest chords to play as far as like the basic open chords that you want to learn in the beginning. So if you don't know any chords at all, then I think it's a good one to start with. Also, it's very easy to go from E minor to E by just adding a finger, so it's a good stepping stone. Anyway, so basically there's only two fingers that you put in this chord, your second finger and your third finger. So first you want to put your third finger on the second fret of the D string, so right here. And then you're going to take your second finger and put it on the second fret of the A string right here. All right, and then strum all 6 strings with your right hand. All right, so that's E minor. Let's just look at it a little more closely to get some of the finer points down. First of all, I would suggest that you put your thumb behind the neck and sort of perpendicular to the neck rather than wrapping it around like this or laying it like in the same direction of the neck like this. I'm not going to get into the details of why that's important right now, but when you're learning, when you're kind of just starting out, I think it's important to be able to play this way, even though you're also going to play other ways later. If you get into the habit of always having your thumb wrapped around the neck, it can just limit you going forward. So have your thumb in that position. As far as the position of your fingers, you want to make sure you play with the tips of your fingers, not the flat part here. I don't know if you can see this, but not this part here, but rather the very tip, okay? Because that's going to give you the most precise placement of your finger on the fretboard. And also, when you play with the tips of your fingers, it helps lift your fingers up and out of the way of the other strings. So, for example, if I'm playing the chord like this, and you'll see me mention this a lot in a lot of my videos because it's pretty much it's a very common thing that people do when they're starting out. They don't have their fingers in the right position. They have them kind of laying down a little too flat, and then they're not really hearing all the notes in the chord. So I kind of hammer on it a little bit. But basically, if I play this chord like this, let's say, now you can see this finger is laying down at a fairly shallow angle. And what's happening is it's getting in the way of this string here. So you can't even hear this G string, which is the minor third of the chord. It's the note that gives the chord its very minor sound. So it's important to have that note ring out. So the way you fix that is by standing up the fingers and playing with the tips so that no other strings are getting affected by the fingers getting either, causing buzzing or getting muted. So if you stand them up and go through the strings one at a time like this, then you can kind of hear whether or not you're getting in the way of another string. So again, just make sure you have that kind of natural curve to your fingers and you're playing with the tips of your fingers. Don't have don't press super hard. Don't play with the flat part of your finger. If you see like white knuckles bent backwards like this, you're probably doing something wrong. Your hand should look more natural like this. And as far as how hard to press down, you want to press down as hard as necessary to make a clear sound, but no harder than that. In other words, if you play it and it sounds fine, pressing down harder is not going to change the sound. It's just going to make your hand more tired. So just press down hard enough to get a clear sound, and you should be all set. Okay, that's E minor, and check out my other video for E major, which is very simple. It's pretty much the same chord, but we add one finger to it. All right, thanks for watching, and I hope that helped.